Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Donald Trump sends the National Guard into the state of California to clear the streets and maintain order in the country, in that particular state in LA. That's the first one. The second one, the Pentagon might send the Marines into Los Angeles. And we have the governor of the state of California protecting lawlessness. All right, I made a video yesterday on the issue of ICE doing its job, which is apprehend people who committed a crime or they are needed to be investigated, and they arrested a few guys with no documents or people who are illegally on other people's property. That is, you enter someone's house without being invited. What would you do? You call the police, ICE, they come and get the guy out and send him back or arrest him, and penalties and so on. Correct? Correct. I made this video yesterday, so I'm not going to go over all the reasons why I think, the law is there, we should respect it, therefore we are civilized. If the law is there but is not respected, then we are not civilized. All right, so ICE raids LA, angry community. Why angry? What community exactly? Where are the US flags? In this picture, they're only un-American flags or not American flags, where their allegiance lies of the people rioting. Why do you riot? You don't like the laws? Change them through civilized ways, which is vote people out and vote your people in. And your people will vote for your needs. That's how it's done in America. Now, if you come from somewhere else and you don't like this, don't come over. Stay there. If I come in your house, and when I come in your house and I see that you don't have shoes on, I will take my shoes off. Because this is your house. I'm not going to make you, hey, you got to put your shoes on, because in my house or my culture I'm okay with having shoes on in it. So you respect the host country laws. Now these guys are rioting. Who are the rioters? The criminals or the people who don't have documents and entered someone else's property illegally, uninvited, or the guys who are of the same kind of stripe, American citizens who support lawlessness? I am for sending the military over there and making it peace, like with George Floyd. And if you remember in 1980s, that poor guy, again, I think it was in LA. Remember that guy, the trucker's name? I would have sent the National Guard in the next 15 minutes. Everything will be clear. Clear? No, it's not going to be more than 15 minutes. It's going to be peace and order. No destruction. So let me show you some pictures and some articles regarding to Trump sending the National Guard over there. As I said, the governor's reaction, and Pentagon maybe sending the Marines in there. Send them in. Enforce the law. If we are okay with the laws. If we're not okay with the laws, again, change them. Don't be a baboon. Here. Trump orders National Guard to quell California riots. So it's riots. People are destroying property. I can't let them have that unless you are okay with someone demonstrating and destroying your property, and you're not. So you see, we humans, they have the ability to think ahead of time, a few moves ahead. Animals, not really. They can't. They are just reacting usually. I'm hungry. My instinct tells me I have to kill something or I have to eat something. And when I'm not hungry, I'm done. I'm going to sleep or fuck, whatever comes first. All right. So this is the animals. Animals do it by, look at the deer and a fawn. The deer wants to make the fawn go that way and not that way. It's not going to tell, hey, baboon, if you go that way, over there is a, puma, okay, mountain lion, okay, don't go over there, or coyote, come with me. It's not able to intellectually, mentally, and verbally communicate to the baboon. So the baboon is, so why is the mom doing? The doe, she's moving that way. And the baboon is like, I think I'm going to go that way. And she comes back, and again, by example, and the baboon eventually is going to follow her. right? And the milk smell, but the different story. Or the baboon can go that way, the other way, and is going to meet the coyote, who's going to yum, 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 have a good lunch. Right? So the human beings, some of them, understand the situation only when that hurts them. The situation. They're incapable of sitting down and saying, wait a second, is this a country ruled by law? By laws? Yeah. If you have that one, there should be not the next step. And then you say, these guys broke the law. Case closed. But they are rioting? Beat the fuck out of them. No? No. We don't do this in a civilized world. But how do you enforce the law? You have to be physical, don't you? Otherwise, these guys are going to come in your house and take whatever they want. So sometimes you have to get physical with certain people who are acting that way. Otherwise, if you say no, I hope that happens to your property. Tomorrow, I know some 10 thugs are going to come and going to enter your house and take whatever they want, including your wife, if she looks good. Okay? And that's it. And you're going to be, you take everything. I guarantee you will be immediately, 911, my pussy hurts. That's exactly what you're going to do. So shut the fuck up. So let's move on. I think I cleared that one. Here. Tear gas flies and arrest mount as protesters. Why do they protest? These guys are doing their job, arresting some people who probably committed a crime. Clash with U.S. immigration officers in Los Angeles. Remember, these are the Americans. The other ones are what? Americans too? All right. So what's going on here? Riots and looters. Trump wrote on Truth Social, if Governor Gavin Newsom of California and Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles can't do their job, which everyone knows they can't, then the federal government will step in and solve the problem the way it should be solved. Correct. Now, man with Mexican flag circles a burning car during anti-ICE arrest. Mexican flag is not the American flag, okay, just so you know. So it shows you the allegiance in Los Angeles as President demands Democratic leaders get the situation under control. All right? So what do you want? And here, federal agents are facing off with protesters right here. This is like a 15 world country right there. Rocks and all that. Well, but hey, Newsom disarmed the population. You know what I mean? So there you go. Local sources say that, there is sound and look like a war zone. Explosions everywhere. I hope for the good people, law-abiding citizens, that pay taxes to have a clean and nice environment and society. I hope the authorities that are paid to do their job, they do their job. Go over there and clear the room and the streets in no time. I mean, I'm paying my taxes. I don't want to hear the baboons. And I think they're wrong. You want to protest with rocks? This guy did their job. What do? Okay, arrest me. We're going to go to the office. You're going to tell me what's going on. That's the process. Unless you disagree with the process. And then again, you have to change it democratically. All right. So what do we have here? I'm going to read further. Trump's border czar. I know why they call him that way, to make him like a dictator, like a tyrant, That's why. But, others are not czars. The foreign minister is not a czar. He's not a czar of the foreign policy of a country. No, only this guy. Why? They disagree with him. Who is currently overseeing the operations on the ground, told Fox News, we're going to bring the National Guard in tonight. We're going to continue doing our job. We're going to push back on these people. Well, you're not certain about that one. And again, American people, this is about enforcing the law. Clear? And again, we're not going to apologize for it. Great. I love you, Human. Emphasize. You've got your First Amendment rights. No, freedom of speech. But you crossed that line of impediment, or you put hands on officers or destroy property, you will be prosecuted. Correct. You got it correct. All right, next one. What to know about Trump's deployment of National Guard troops to LA protests? It's not riots, it's protests. This is Associated Press. These are the enemy. Rebecca is the enemy of the people. I'm going to show you the picture of the protesters. Now, you see over here, law enforcement officers. This is Border Patrol. This is the authority. And these are the peaceful protesters. I mean, you can look at them, how many blue-eyed blonde guys are over there. I mean, I don't have to go further than that. Even this, I mean, if these guys will enforce the law, these guys won't do it again. In my world, I tell you this, in my world, whomever commits this kind of offense will do it once if they want to do it. The second time, they will not do it. They will be alive, but they will not do it. Why? They will remember the first time. That's how you do it. That's how you do with the children, don't you? The punishment, the non-reward is so horrible that he's going to always remember, if I go over there, I get no candies, to be nice. So that is the title. Now, you tell me this is a protest. This is the protest? What the hell is this? And then, again, Pentagon threatens to send Marines into Democrat-led California. And I hope they do. Clear the streets right there. And next one, California government pushes back against federal takeover. No! Take care of your fucking state and city. President Donald Trump has ordered the deployment of 2,000 National Guardsmen to Los Angeles to quell violence against Border Patrol agents. And this is also... Oh, what do we have over there? Why do we have this over there? Are you pro-Mexico? Is that what it is? So what's that supposed to mean? You tell me. I mean, I'm supporting people who enter the country illegally, waving the flag that goes... Why? Up? Oops. Parachuted. So, yes, my friends. And remember, this is mainly the Democrats. They create a problem. Usually the politicians create a problem so they can justify their need to be politicians. And if everything is solved, they go home and they have to start really work. But then they create problems through their policies and laws, like here. The laws are clear. There's no doubt about it. Because if you don't enforce the laws here, you don't enforce them here. Why would you enforce them over there? And then you become a baboon-stan. And don't want to become a baboon-stan. I come from one. Romania had laws, but are not enforced. Or loose a little bit, you know what I mean? Now you can say, well, in Romania is, things are... no, it's anarchy. When you can argue and yell at the police officer, and the police officer is afraid to smack you down, put your face down, and handcuff you with a fucking Carpats on your head, and say, move the fuck in, you're under arrest. Just because you have a bigger mouth and you threaten that you know Gigi, Mike, and Tom, and your uncle is chief of police. Do that try that in America and see where that gets. You're going to be face down in no fucking time. But that's the way it should be. But nevertheless, I mean, do we have an organized society or we don't have? You can't just pick and choose with the laws that you like to enforce and you don't like to enforce. It's like with the children. A child, when you upbringing. When you go and you educate a child, what do? You have to be consistent. Every time, when a child does something that's not supposed to, you have to intervene and you dispense whatever you need to dispense. Every time. If you sometimes do it and sometimes you don't do it, the child will think, oh, sometimes it worked, so I'm going to do it again. Sometimes it didn't, but sometimes it worked. But it never worked. He knows, if I go over there, this is the certain bang, 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 if you know what I mean. Oh, no candies, be nicer. Okay? Blah, blah, blah. So again, remember when Mr. Newsom had those laws, or they were in California, the executive orders that the looters should not be chased. So if someone entered a store and stole something and started running, nobody should or don't tackle the poor guy. Remember, even in Michigan, there's such things. Don't chase the guy. If a guy runs with the car, you just let him go because he might get in an accident, dies, and it's your fault. So don't apprehend a criminal or potential criminal. I mean, he's in a crime. He stole. And then what happened? Big stores left California. And then Newsom said, you know what? We have to... He protected them first. And then when things escalated, of course, he intervened and he solved the problem that he created. It shouldn't have been any problem. You steal something and you're running, you get caught by the security guard and fucked up, call the police, arrested, and go. One time, one fuck up. That's how I would do. I mean, we have laws. Well, you just steal like this and you don't attack the guy who's stealing your shit? Anyway, so then he said, we're going to come and we're going to arrest you. If you steal, we're going to arrest you. He came and he solved the problem he created. Go and check that out. Go and check that out. Why? Because the business community who gives him money told him, Newsom, I'm losing money. I'm moving out. Fuck off. Go and pick up, oranges and drink salt water from the Pacific Ocean. We're bye-bye, because all your rivers are used to oranges and other things, products. I've been to California many times. You don't see a river. Only the bed river. Nothing, just dry land. Don't see rivers. Don't see rivers. And I traveled California big time. Not one time, many times. So yeah, well, everything is sucked already before it goes down in the mountains and is distributed to the produce industry. So nevertheless, let them be as they are. I think they're already bankrupt. They work in deficit anyway. But maybe they survive. In this case, let them enforce the law. That's all I want. Enforce the law. You don't like the law, change it to the democratic means. Otherwise, you are an uncivilized person. And I don't want this country to become uncivilized. No, as civilized as it is. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.